welcome back to Love, Lies, and Lace Fronts, where we do reactions, reviews, and commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. Guys, are you subscribed to this channel? If you're not, you need to be. Hit your notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a video, when I go live, and drop another video for you. Also, follow me on Instagram. That way you can keep up with what I'm doing, okay? If you enjoy channels like this and commentary, consider becoming a member. Otherwise, guys, BougieGang Gang, it's an open thing. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so you can participate in the chats. And I will see you next time I hit that live button. Okay? Take care. Bye. Hey guys, how are you?
You could be doing opposed to being on my page, bitch, cause I ain't got nothing for you nothing ass bitches.
There's something in the air.
Good morning. How's everybody doing this beautiful Thursday morning? Good morning. I was just looking at something. Guys, I just want to thank all of you who used my link to purchase that jumpsuit. I did not know it was going to be such a big hit. The day that I posted that link, which maybe that tells me I need to do it more often when you guys tell me that you like something, because 438 of you clicked my link. And on that day, 10 people ordered. Altogether, about 20 people ordered based on my recommendation. A lot of you went to go check it out, and I really appreciate that. I hope that you enjoy it. And I hope that you enjoy your Amazon purchase, period. It doesn't tell me who, but in my Associate Central, it just tells me that that my link is working and that people enjoyed my recommendation by making a purchase. So thank you for checking out my recommendations in my store. That's always really, really nice to know that that we are vibing, okay, from one Amazon shopper to another, because you know I hit Amazon kind of hard. Guys, I told you about the struggle with my glasses, right? And excuse me for just a second. Someone's trying to get my attention. Good morning, everyone. Say hi amongst yourselves. We have almost 100 early birds, because we all know that early bird catches the worm, and we have 28 likes. So go ahead, take a second. Let's hit that like button and give me 2 seconds. Okay. Everything. Okay. Hey, Mary Blue. Good morning. Hey, Mathematical Mommy. Sammy Dizzle. Good morning. How are you? Hi, Rose of Sharon. Hi, Ty Cherie. Miss Alexis. Miss OKC. How's it going? Let's see. Modi. Good morning. Double NC Peters. Good morning. Capricorn Lady. Mary Blue, did I say good morning? I'm not sure. Amber, hello. How's it going? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Mastermind, how are you? Rose of Sharon, did I say good morning? Latoy, how are you, dear? Good morning, good morning. Teely, how are you? Good morning. First and foremost, everyone and anyone who was around yesterday, wishing my beautiful daughter a very happy 10th birthday. I appreciate it so much. J-Lo, good morning. Wonderful Grace, good morning. If I skipped over you, please put your hand up right now. Cheryl Waz, good morning. Virgo Gang Gang. So yeah, everyone and anyone who wished Farah a happy birthday, thank you. Any of you who hit the thumbs down yesterday, thank you, because it's the engagement that counts. It's the watch time that counts. And that's that on that. I also want to tell someone, if you are listening, if you are a busybody and you are dragging bones, this is what I want to say. A certain someone sent me an email yesterday, and what I'm going to say is this: I give zero fucks on this topic. I'm done. Not my area of expertise, and I can't help. Can't help, won't help. And what I'm going to say to you is, if you listen to my broadcasts and you are having a situation, my best advice is always to handle it before it handles you. And I have one child, and that's it. And that's that on that. I'm not helping in any sticky situations. No, thank you. Period. All right. So I'm not even going to bother to answer your note, because I'm just not. I just did, basically. So if you're live, if you're if you're awake, then you will have heard. And if you or someone will be scurrying around trying to figure out what she's talking about. So that's that on that. Okay, next order of business. Yes, thank you. All of the happy birthdays were beautiful. Because I only know a hater, somebody who is not a congratulator, somebody who is miserable and unhappy in life, would take the time to unlike a video with a mommy and daughter lunch at a very nice sushi restaurant. But whatever. I heard from a little birdie yesterday that Olivia was supposed to be going live. I don't know if that ever happened or not. You guys could tell me in the chat. I don't know, because I was really kind of busy yesterday. We came home. So number one, Farah got pretty much everything she wanted. I know she's getting something else, but it's not going to be here probably at least for a couple weeks. I need to talk to my husband about it. She got a four-wheeler last year and it took a while to show up because of Rona. We all know about that, but she grew so much. Gosh, maybe 4 inches. I mean, she got literally tall overnight. Um, we're almost the same height. And which I'm not tall, but for a 10-year-old, she's tall. For a 9-year-old, she was very tall, but now for a 10-year-old, she's still tall. She's always been like a year ahead on the chart. So anyway, she was very happy and she went to Five Below. Y'all, she bought press-ons and what else did she get? She got a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna have to have her talk to you about it. And we will do that soon. On this channel, it's more than likely going to be a private member live. So because I can't you know, you understand. I don't want to expose my daughter to this foolishness. Okay. So when it happens, one thing that I would do, I will post something in the Discord. And if you're in the Discord, maybe that's where we might have the initial. I'm not sure. I hate to but you guys understand. So I'm just gonna leave that right there. Anyway, yes, please. Thank you, Taishari. Like this live, we are below the 50% mark. And when we are below the 50% mark, I honestly I can't even get started. Hi, Steph M. Good morning. Miss Corey, good morning. How are you? Yeah, if you are here if you're just sucking up air,
get out of my Caucasian house. 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 Get out. Get out of my house. Get out of my Caucasian home. Yeah. Get out of my Caucasian home. Get out of my Caucasian house. 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 Get out. Get out of my house. Get out of my Caucasian.
Oh God, that is so funny. That thing never gets old for me. That thing is up here with this one. Y'all, I love me some Keisha Jones, okay? Keisha Jones. Okay? Love her. Okay. The funny thing, I know, right? Okay. The funny thing is we've got Carmen Sandiego in the house. Carmen Sandiego, do you know who you are? Because whenever I see that hat, that's the first thing I think of. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Okay. Yesterday, so I saw this yesterday. I didn't see the whole thing. I'm still watching it. Carmen Sandiego, do you know who you are? If you got a black hat on in your avatar, looking like a whole French spy. Girl, Miss Sexy Drayton, thank you so much. Anisha, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I love how all of you guys greet each other. You guys are so sweet and cute and such a wonderful situation. Hi, pineapples. Okay. guys. All right, so remember the other day we were watching the videos. I don't know if I was watching this one with you guys, but I remember, so after Jasmine did that live about the registry, she did that video and she was unpacking, or she'd received that blue apron order. And I mean, I knew, honestly, I mean, I didn't think for a minute. Jasmine's not really that much into cooking, so for her to order blue apron, I was just kind of like, that's random. So I just assumed it was some sort of sponsor, or, you know, free trial or sponsorship opportunity, because she's not into cooking. And honestly, I'm not going to say that only people who are into cooking do Blue Apron or HelloFresh, but I'm a subscriber of HelloFresh, and HelloFresh costs me roughly about $100, and that's for 4 servings for 3 meals a week. And you guys know that I've cooked up some HelloFresh. I like it. It's fun, but I also cook. And I have a pretty open palate. Jasmine seems to like a lot of, I mean, she likes meat, period. I don't know. A lot of those, I'm not sure about Blue Apron, but I know HelloFresh is really a lot of vegetables. They have a amazing plant-based menu. If you don't want pork, if you want fish, if you want you know, vegetarian, if you want vegan, if you want keto friendly, they don't really, they do kind of a little bit of stipulation by diet, but sometimes it's preference of proteins. And that can kind of straddle the fence on multiple different types of dietary needs. But Blue Apron apparently um worked a deal with Jasmine. They clearly did no due diligence prior to offering her an opportunity to work with them. So she says, according to her, that they why, and I'm not, look, there's a lot of large channels that they reach out to potentially, but also they do have like influencer applications. So you go to their website, you click the button, you let them know about your social media. There's so many people in social media. I just kind of find it hard to believe that they reached out to her unless they were recommended to her. And I'm not saying they didn't reach out to her because she's not any good. What I'm saying is this, is that there's so many people in the mommy sectors across the globe. Let's just say here in the United States. And I mean, thousands on thousands, right? Hundreds of thousands of people. It just doesn't, I'm just thinking that maybe a friend who's doing it said, "Hey, I've got a couple of friends, would maybe like," or, "Hey, you did such a great job. Do you know anybody else?" Because that does happen. Okay. And then like, "Oh yeah, one of my good friends, my Jazzy Life, she's got a great channel. She's got like almost 50,000 subscribers. She's got 2 channels. The other one has 20 something, 30 something, whatever." Yes, HelloFresh is definitely very organic, plant-based. I love it. I've learned how to make about 4 or 5 different spaghetti sauces. I think I've told you told you guys about like the bolognese, where rather than using meat, you're using zucchini, and also making a bolognese with shredded carrots that really tasted amazing. Like, I was really kind of surprised at some of the techniques that I learned on how to make certain sauces. So for that alone and the recipes, I really feel like it's worth it. But I also really enjoy to cook. If I just had to feed my family, I don't know that I would be ordering like, you know, but whatever. Um, so, anyway, So she says Blue Apron, I guess, reached out to her, but they had a deal and she was cooking up a box. So I don't know if they sent her like one meal or several meals for a couple of days. She has a family of what, 6? And so I don't know. I didn't get to see the video. So it was taken down, right? Shouts out to Jasmine. Jasmine, you added the most improper of improper words to the mommy sector ratchet vocab because it's just funny when you say it. At first I was in shock and awe that you used to say it and nobody would say anything about it. But when I started to make reference of Tooken, boy, everybody started to notice it. Some people like it a little bit more than others. But yeah, no one seemed to really, I mean, maybe some of you guys out here in the listening audience, I know you guys did because you guys understand grammar. And Tooken is not really a word. But hey, okay. This is social media. So yeah, it's if we like it, stands to reason someone else is, right? So okay, so Jasmine does a Blue Apron video, and I don't know what she did, but she said, I tried to make it so professional, guys. I tried to make it so professional. I even put kind of like some laughs in there, some bloopers. Okay, I never saw it. So I have no idea, but I know if you're doing a cooking video, unless the bloopers are funny, I think they just want you to focus on the prep time, how good were the supply, the products and the produce that they sent you, the ease of use, the wow, I can probably use this recipe again, probably trying to have some takeaways other than a good meal. Did I learn something? Could I replicate this in the future? I don't, she blamed someone. There is a someone out here, excuse me, she blames Kells. Oh, really? Okay. Hold on one second. Mommy is summoning me. I'm in 2 dog mom life now. Hold on. Guys, mommy action had to be taken, okay? Because this mommy had to. J-Day, she said she's gonna get her money one way or another. Girl, Brittany, you didn't say nothing but a thing, okay? Brittany, welcome to the chat. Coming through, making yourself known immediately. Good morning, Miss Brittany. Good morning, Miss Brandy Colbert. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And she criticized the food. Okay. Angie, good morning, hun. It wasn't that professional. Okay. Did anybody, so Kel's did a reaction on it. I'm gonna go check out Kel's. If you have not seen this Blue Apron video in question and or have not seen the reaction from Miss Sofa Time Talks with Kel's, please head on over. Kel's is also a friend to this channel. So yes, go check her out. I'm sure all of you do, but yes, go ahead, check that video out because I hadn't seen it yet. Chris rated the burger a 7.5, and that's why they ain't paying her. So my question is this: why would you keep in the edit all of this reaction? When I see people do HelloFresh videos, and when I see people do Blue Apron, there's a girl that I follow. I've told you guys about her 1,000,001 times. Her name is Monroe Steele, and her channel's Fashion Steele NYC, and she's a baddie. She is a full-time lifestyle fashion blogger now. She actually is a physical therapist. And she does Blue Apron at least once or maybe once or twice a month. And she's a cis. Never do I hear her rating the meals. I think as a single woman who lives alone, she likes that during Rona, her boxes were delivered. She didn't have to go to the grocery store. They're nice meals. She can kind of prep them as noted on the recipe, but whatever's left over, she would talk about like, well, yeah, I could throw this in a salad, or just the different things that she could do the next day, just short of eating leftovers, but kind of zhuzh up the leftovers in a different way. This cost me just as much as if I would have gone to like a New York restaurant or Miami restaurant. So, for that reason, and I don't have to go out, and I'm learning something, and I can't really cook that well. Or I never really learned how to cook. This is teaching me some skills. That's what they kind of want to know. Okay. They don't want to see your dim-witted, and to the person who was mad because I called him shiftless, your shiftless ass boyfriend, aka Zaddy to Daddy, in the Blue Apron video.
Get out of my Caucasian house. Get out of my Caucasian house. Get out of my Caucasian house. Get out of my Caucasian house.
Blue Apron was like, who is this guy? We thought the sign said my Jazzy life, and they probably saw you were in that nice new house with the good YouTube-esque setup and lighting and modern kitchen, and looking like you are ready for prime time up in that piece. Okay, because honestly, you did do a good job picking out a house. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, you picked out a nice home. It looks like just the right size. I think that if you guys I think when Chris picks up his kids, it's going to seem like a very full house, because it's pretty much all bedrooms and the one great room. And then you've got the garage. Blue Apron showed Dumb and Dumber who's boss. Yeah, I mean, Troletta, hey, good morning. It seems that she didn't send it for approval before posting. And that's another thing. When you sign a contract, she said, I signed a contract, guys. And they wouldn't even pay me. I sent them my PayPal and I told them I needed to be paid immediately. And I'm sure there's some stipulation in there that, yeah, like we pay you upon approval and upon posting. I mean, I do stuff here and there, specifically one company, and I'm not being paid, but the fact that they have given me free product, when they ask me to post something, it needs to be posted on the day that they asked you to post it. If you want to eventually be at the point where someone is going to pay you, I mean, right now it's free trade. They're getting more from me than I'm getting from them, because if I put up an Instagram post, I mean, you're not paying for an advertisement. And if I'm doing a reel, and reels are what people like right now. And that's that on that. You know what I mean? And when you've got your code, people are using it, they can track back sales to you. They send you more stuff. And look, that's what they want. You signed a contract, they ask you for certain days, times, approval, pathway. That's what you're supposed to do. Period. And if she didn't get it approved prior, I guess that's just her bad. She better read those contracts, because you are putting yourself out here as not ready for prime time. So when I saw her open, get that Blue Apron box, I was just kind of like, okay. With those types of companies, the video is supposed to go through first approval. The video is due to the reviewer by the deadline, and there's another deadline to edit and approve. Yeah, and that's exactly what they want. when you're doing free trade and they're sending you product, they're like, hey, can you give us an honest review? Yeah, they don't need approval. And you know why? Because they want an honest review. And if you trash it, you don't like it, it's not for your lifestyle, you think it's too expensive, you think it's got an odor, or you love the smell, but maybe that's not what they wanted you to focus on, because some people are sensitive to smells in skincare and makeup and whatever. There is there's a flow to these things. There is a cadence, there's a process, and everything. If you get an email, you need to address the email point by point by point. If you get a contract, if you are dim-witted and aren't really used to reading contracts and following freaking directions, and I would recommend this to anybody, because honestly, my ADD kicks in sometimes. And the bottom line is, I love using a highlighter when I'm reading directions, specifically like work kind of outline or project plan, because then I am highlighting my action items, or sometimes what is important to me, just depending on how I decide to use my highlighter at the time. But if I am trying to get work done, someone has sent a contract. That's why people call it sometimes redlining, or you get your highlighter out and you understand what your action items are. It's not just getting up and doing a video anymore, Jasmine. You are selling a product. And if they want their product sold a certain way, and maybe they ask you, yes, have the family in the kitchen, or make it a family event, or we'd like to see you kind of demonstrating a busy mom after a long day, able to cook a full, really nice meal in 20 minutes. They may set the scene for you since they're paying for it. They may ask you to give them a couple of ideas. And, but I know that Chris giving it a 75 or 7.5, which is basically a 75%. What the fuck? Do you think you're going to get people to pay? Like I said, for a family of 3, so we get the meals are sold, at least HelloFresh, basically as in 2 meals, right? So 2 meals. So you get, so you can do 2, 4, 6, 8. It's in 2s, right? So a family of 6, they had to send you basically a 3 portion kind of situation, where that shit is not cheap. So for a family of 4 for 3 days, like I said, with the fact that I have purchased now, I'm into 6 boxes, I'm getting a little bit of a discount. I pay for mine, and I paid $98 last time. Yes, sponsor posts, reviews, affiliate links, very different. Sponsor posts get payment, and product with favorable reviews expected, or thorough explanation. Right, like, if I don't like something, I might say why it's not for me. Um, you know, why I like it, or how I had to jazz it up, no pun intended. I reviewed a green drink recently. Um, I put some lemon and lime in it, and I put some agave, and it was good to go. Like, literally, it was good to go. And I did not have to put a bottle of agave. I just used about maybe a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. I put like a whole damn lemon in there, and some lime. And actually, when I made it, my husband loved it. They've killed that can of greens, and they enjoyed it. Farah was making it before camp. They liked it. I liked it too. But I just really enjoy the tea more so. But yeah, I mean, you got to give kind of like, okay, this is what I liked, this is what I didn't like. Maybe still giving a nod to the prep. There's positive things that you can say with that may make someone like, okay, that's fair, but I'm gonna give that a try because that's interesting, right? Um, you know, People aren't sending you stuff to waste their time and money. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're going to take the time to send you $150 worth of food, and you're someone who was on here begging for food, begging for cash apps, for people to send you to go buy groceries, and someone sends you a whole box of free groceries to feed your family, the utter nerve and gall to have your man give it a 75. I don't know, but I'm going to go watch it on Sofas so I can actually really see what happened, what the fukaka mess happened in this video, because I can't imagine that if they allowed you to pick something out, that you trashed it. Because if you like hamburgers, it might have just been operator error. And or you have to understand that if you guys make damn Tyrannosaurus Rex burgers over there, that you are basically making double and triple portion meals because you guys just love to pack on the food. Understand that everybody doesn't eat that way. And they may call that a second portion rather than loading up a plate like you're not going to eat tomorrow. And if that's not satisfying, then probably a subscription box like that may not have been for you. Maybe you needed to reach out to like Carnivore's Cuisine or the Hungry Man Helpers plate Blue Plate special delivery food service. I don't know, but maybe that's just not for you. Um these companies are really popular, so and usually the meals are really really good. Sometimes it isn't for everybody because some people just don't eat like the way some of these prepared meal companies pack their dinners. It's just not for everybody, but for people that it is, usually like it, because I'm telling you, even sometimes the not hungry man, okay? um Okay, so she says she had a contract. She said when she spoke with them, she said she basically demanded her money. And then she said, "Do you want to speak with my lawyer?" And she says, "I think she misunderstood me, like I was getting a lawyer on her." And I'm thinking to myself, Jasmine, you really need to learn how to talk to people, because when you're talking to someone and you just cut to the chase and say something, and you're just assuming that, okay, Ashley Griffin. Ashley Griffin, welcome to the chat. Ashley is coming out, expressing herself, letting her voice be heard. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey Della, good morning. I forgot what I was saying. You mentioned a lawyer, and the lady, depending on how you say it, may have been like, are you threatening a lawyer on me? Okay, well, we got to stop. Like in human resources, when you are talking to an employee, and especially during a termination, and all of a sudden someone says, "Attorney," the conversation stops right there, because the next conversations are all going to be documented. Like, we can't even talk to you now without a lawyer. And even if you are an employee, forget about a termination. Just let's say even just a coaching session. Just, hey, you're late all the time. Or forget about, maybe you're dealing with a situation revolving around tardy, but you have a job that needs to be done. If you work in an environment where it doesn't matter if you get there 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock, but your agreed time is 9 o'clock, maybe you can work something out. But if you work in an environment like you're in a hospital and you are relieving someone else's shift, therefore, and then someone's relieving your shift and so on and so forth, and you're not showing up on time chronically, it becomes a problem. And when someone says, "I'm going to get my attorney," or "Do you want to speak with my attorney?" the assumption is that you are already breaking down communication. So when she said, "Do you want to speak with my attorney?" instead of saying, "Hey, this is a known situation. I've got some trolls and it's been pretty bad. there's some videos that that were pulled from various points in my YouTube career that probably showed me not on my best days, maybe some of my worst days. And the compilations look pretty sketchy. I'm assuming that's what happened because she said that they sent her links, etc. So I don't know if they saw Kel's review, or I don't know if they saw my shabby life. I don't know what they saw, but I'm assuming that what they were sent was not good. Okay. And there's a way to talk to people. There are a lot of people who are trolled on the internet, period. A lot. And there's unfavorable videos that are made. There's lots of things. There's people who call in on lots of people. We know months ago, Keisha Anderson claimed, I don't know how true it was. Well, I guess maybe it was because someone did stop working with her. Maybe a couple. I don't know, but I don't even know if those were paid promotions or if those were just kind of trade for product, because even when she did kind of a little bit of a talk about some of those companies, it never really seemed as a sponsored post. She never articulated, this segment is sponsored by so and so and blah blah blah. It was, it was just what a lot of other people are doing who are being sent free product by that company. So the companies expect some of that and still looking for influence. People have their active audiences. Exactly. I mean, a lot of us have been sent stuff. You talk about it a little bit. Do you like it? Do you not like it? How are you using it? Here's the links to get it. It's quite helpful, or, or not, whatever the case might be. But you always got to keep it professional. And you also have to remember, it's like, for instance, I don't know if you guys also saw the story. James Charles went to some big TikTok girl's house. Her and her sister are huge on TikTok, like in the 20s of million. Anyway, this guy was invited to dinner at these two girls' house. I forget what their name is, but one of them was trolled by someone who's like an infamous troll also. A young Black woman who is trolling these two early 20-something girls. And James Charles was over there for dinner. Anyway, one of the girls was so foul and had the worst manners. They were in the middle of eating dinner. The mom made something and she literally like and spit it out. It was being filmed, I think, for James Charles's channel, and it was not favorable. And these girls, I think, lost in the hundreds of thousands of subscribers. But taking into account this, these girls have, like, let's say, and I mean, I'm throwing a number out here, but it's a lot. Charlie, is it Amelia? Is it D'Amelio? Exactly. Maybe it's a D. But yes, Italian last name. Pretty girls, cutesy, but they are like in the 20, 30 millions on TikTok. These girls are working their way up. If they stay what they're doing, they're going to be Jeffree Star and more in terms of money. Yes, D'Amelio. Yes. People were outraged at their behavior and their manners. But when you've got 20 something, not that they were so cavalier about it. I think they were a little bit. However, it was really a drop in the bucket of the amount of subscribers they have. Like it was kind of next to nothing, but it would have been like death on the YouTube streets. Like seriously. Maybe it would be like if PewDiePie lost all of a sudden, like all of Keisha Anderson's audience was subscribed to Jeffree Star and they all of a sudden just like pieced out. Or someone as big as PewDiePie, right? He's got a huge audience, 100 million. And if he lost 500,000, not that he would not care, but he's got 100 million. Okay. Period. So it's, but this is a guy who still says, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Every single video. He's the biggest. Him and there's an Indian channel that are the biggest on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Any of you guys who miss your call to action, you're missing your call to action. Okay. You're missing an opportunity. Anyway, back to Jasmine. Once she mentioned the lawyer, it's like, girl, you need to speak properly. You need to articulate yourself well. You need to say what you mean what you say. You need to speak clearly and say what you mean. When you say, I've got a lawyer, do you want to speak with my lawyer? Of course, the assumption is there's a, like, oh, you want to speak to my, like, you're canceling my contract? Hey, I've got a known problem. I'm working with an attorney. Can I get you some sort of statement? These things are unfounded. I've spoken to YouTube. Plead your case. But when you are speaking in drops of riddles, yeah, I see what you're saying, Troletta. But yeah, I'm just using him as an example for just being huge. And as far as what it means, you know what I mean? Like if I lose 10 subscribers, do I notice? Of course. For some people hearing that they lost 500,000, that would be devastating. But when you're a juggernaut like these girls, not saying that it doesn't matter, but it was kind of like, those people are probably already back. It was weird. The twins were screaming as usual. Yeah, so who knows what the situation was? Who knows if it was the non-approved post, if it was on top of it being non-approved, being problematic with the sense that, okay, we didn't approve it, but also you've got screaming kids in the background. There's no ambiance. And whatever ambiance is there is chaotic. And we are trying to be a respite to parents, not a trigger. Okay. We want people to feel happy when they open these meals and know that there's a good tasting meal just a few minutes away and not hear screaming babies. Especially even if that is your life and you want to be real, Jasmine, understand that they are selling a product and you have got to corral the children when you are working, even if it's for 45 minutes. Get the kids in a buggy or everyone put their shoes on. And Chris, you shiftless ass, take the kids down the street, up and down the street, kick the ball in that backyard of yours. Do something, take them for a drive, get them an ice cream, go buy a slushie, take them to the QT, let them get a hot dog and a slushie, and talk to Zaddy Chris outside about the new baby. Or I don't know, take them to the pool, take them to a drive to Granny's, go take them to the sister that we never see, go do something somewhere. So mama, who makes money for the household, can make a video in peace. And then you guys come in like everything is cool in the gang and sit down and eat this damn meal that's getting ready to buy some school clothes. But the only thing that I heard out of Jasmine's situation, and I know you guys are going to say this because I never say this, but this is what I heard. What I heard was, got a baby coming. I have, for the past 3-4 months, have not been posting like I normally do. My bread is low. My stimulus has run out. I fugazily, because of my mom who has no children, minors, who claims my children on her taxes, told me to opt out of something that will help me throughout the year. I decided to not take it, and people are raking me over the coals because of this registry. Yeah, I need money for back to school, because this was going to be my back to school money. Jasmine, you have big kids now. You don't have babies anymore. You got kids that you need to buy clothes. They are growing. They need shoes. You've got 4 kids now getting ready to go to school where they need a fresh outfit every day. Whether you are washing the same 2 or 3 outfits every day or not. You have children that don't want to look cray out here unless you are sending them to a uniform school. And even when my kid went to uniform school, she had shorts, pants, jumpers, skirts. I think I bought her 2 or 3 of every option because I wanted her to have 10 days worth of uniforms. So she had lots of different combinations, whether she wanted to wear a skirt, well, the skirts, jumper, pants, shorts, polos, button down, sweater. But thank God that was after 1 year. And when we moved to a different school. She no longer was wearing uniform, and I donated all of that to Goodwill. But the investment, which it's not that, I mean, it's some money, but the clothes are not expensive. Like the pants are $7 to $10 at Target or Walmart. And but yeah, if you've got 4 kids to outfit, I can imagine that it's going to total. And you knew this. You knew this. See, this is when it becomes real, because when you've got all these babies and they're so cute and you lay them down for a nap and they're not in school and all of that kind of stuff, it's one thing. But when these kids start getting their feet start growing and their bodies are growing, they love to eat, they have expenses, they have expensive habits you've gotten them to like being on tablets and computers rather than reading books and drawing pictures. One day, and I'm talking to all you parents out here, you are going to really regret the day that you put a tablet in front of your kid rather than a nice big piece of paper and crayons or a book. Period. You just are. And I'm saying that from the heart too. Farrah really didn't start on electronics until probably about 5 or 6, just because I really didn't want to get her hooked on screen time. She never had my phone in her hand, I can tell you that. But I did finally give her, when I got a new iPad, I gave her my iPad mini. And that was her first electronic item for a long time. And now she has a phone. She got a phone for Christmas this past year, so she was already 9. And it was something we debated about for a long time because I did not want her hooked on a phone. And when you have your kids not used to reading, not wanting to open a book, not wanting to be creative and draw and all of those things, it's you're never going to get them to do it. Let me see what you guys are saying. She's a welfare mom and will continue to have that mindset. Nothing wrong with welfare. However, she feels entitled, and that's what bothers me. Yeah, because there's plenty of people who are happy, productive, and very successful, who have completely changed their lifestyle from maybe how they were raised or whatever. Yeah, absolutely. She rejected those monthly payments. Like that was, yeah. And who's to say that you're going to get that in your tax check? You know, J-Day, I agree with what you're saying. J-Day said, and she still locks some kids up in their room. I'm sure, gosh, Aiden's always first one, like, open this door, like, get me out of here. I'm sure Blue Apron saw it, and it was in the more recent videos and basically. So look, What they can say is what I would do if I were them, honestly, because I almost don't feel like it's worth it, depending on how much they were paying. Even give her half, possibly, for my bad, sis. Yeah, we didn't do our due diligence, and we respect your content, but it's not on brand for us. And thank you so much for participating, and we want to pay you for your time, or pay her and make it all go away. But if they had stipulation to final approval and she did not follow the terms of the contract, they don't owe her a cent. If she did and they neglected to have that information, but I'm sure they have a standard contract, and if she did not follow to the letter of the contract and her video was booty, yeah, she's out of luck. And when you start talking to people about lawyers, you're looking stupid, especially when you're not going to use one. You know what I'm saying? You're telling people you have an attorney, and maybe she does have an attorney, and I guess we'll never know. The only person who's really going to know is the person who's out there who she's got a problem with and that she has the legal action token with. So we don't know who that is. You know who you are, but the person we won't know unless someone comes out here and does kind of like a I'm the person, I'm who you're looking for kind of video from behind the scenes. So yeah, it's, I don't really feel bad for her. I feel like, girl, be more clear next time. Read the contract. Get your highlighter out, boo. Read what you're like. It's not, I've said this a million times and people say I'm such a bitch, whatever. I don't care. At the end of the day, and I'm going to say it again, these three mommies, and I think Chrissy realized what she needed to do and she's making the adjustments. She's still making the adjustments. That's why she's sitting in her car and not in the house, not because her situation in the house is unruly, but because she's got 9 kids at home. She's got 5 boys and 4 girls. And there's no way that there's not ever going to be like just kid happiness happening in the house. Doesn't mean that it's unruly, doesn't mean it's wretched, doesn't mean anything like that. So don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is 9 children is 9 children. And if they're playing, they're enjoying their home, they're being happy, and mommy wants to have a private conversation and she can't do that in the house because never fails when she turns on that camera, something is going on, then I don't have a problem with her making the studio her car. I've been watching this girl Rocks for years, and I'm talking about before my husband and I even got married. Maybe this was the end of 2013. I started watching Roxanne for It's Rocks. She does Top of the Blogs. She's in Atlanta. I feel like her daughter was maybe in 5th or 6th grade. I know her daughter's gone off to college now. I remember her son was maybe in middle school, not even in high school yet. I remember maybe she had done Top of the Blogs. I remember when she did Top of the Blogs 100. I don't know what week she's on now because it's been years and years. Last time I watched her, because I just don't have time to watch her like I used to. When her and what is her name in Chicago? When they did the first kind of little weekend in Atlanta, I don't even know if they do that anymore. Yes, in her Jeep, okay. On her lunch break. Yes. When she got her house robbed for the first time. I think she's had 2 robberies at her home. I hope to God she hadn't had any others. But, just not doing YouTube the way of being conscious and aware, I guess, and living in Ashley Miller. Thank you. Thank you, Troletta girl. Get out my head. Yes. Troletta, we have crossed paths on these YouTube streets and did not even know it. But yeah, I've been watching her. I remember watching her before my husband and I got married, and that was in 2014. So I think I started watching her sometime in 2013. So she's been on here for a long time, and she's doing so well. Maybe she had 3,000 subscribers. Like, she wasn't, she's like, I don't even really make that much money, guys. I'm not even doing anything. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm sure she's doing much, she's getting a nice YouTube check now. Anyway, back to my point. Jasmine has exceeded her bandwidth of know-how. And I'm not saying she's not able. She's lazy. She doesn't want to do the work. She doesn't want to put in the time. She doesn't want to put in the effort to figure out what she doesn't know and network with people who are doing where she has not been yet. Because for a long time, it was just about putting up videos. And a lot of you who have channels right now are going to discover this at a certain point. Good morning, Life of Destiny. How are you, gorgeous? Mama of 2 girls, good morning. There's a certain point with YouTube when you're going to realize it is not just about putting these videos up anymore. For a lot of you that see the drama out here on the YouTube streets, it is not about just putting up these videos anymore. There are people who are going to just make it their business to hate the fuck out of you. There are going to be people who are going to make it their business to make your life miserable. There are going to be people who are going, like, I'm the least of Jasmine's worries. I'm discussing your videos. If you had left the video up, I know she couldn't because I guess she claimed it a sponsored post. She could recut it and take out that it's a sponsored post. Maybe they don't want her showing the food that they sent because they paid for it, and we don't want you showing our product. If this was only sent to you for a video, and in theory, if they're not paying for it, it's not their video. If they don't want that video to ever be seen again, to me, she could put it back up. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not telling her what to do. But what I'm saying is this: they didn't pay for it. If you don't want that video seen, you might want to send the woman some money because you don't own it. If the stipulations are, we sent you this food for a video, and if we don't like the video, please enjoy the food on us, but we don't want our box shown, our product shown, or legal action will be taken. I don't know. She needs to read the contract. But with all of this momentum around this video right now, put the shit back up. They're not paying for it. Don't sit on here and complain about a vendor, because that's going to get you 5 less vendors. Because trust and believe, these people out here who pick influencers to send PR packages to and send you opportunities to do sponsored videos, they're people like me, you, her, and her. And I'm talking about people who might be micro influencers, who stopped influencing, people who they have put now on salary to say, I need for you to, keep me a pipeline of people like you who are good for my brand. And a lot of these people work together. They show up to the same events like BeautyCon, Comic-Con, all of these events that are going to be popping this year because nothing happened last year and the year before. You are going to have yourself tooken out the game, boo-boo. So I would take that live down, and I would think about ways to reuse some of that footage to put up what you can and maybe tell your story as a teachable moment of reading a fucking contract, doing what the people ask you to do, and how next time you're going to do it better if you had an opportunity with the company. Maybe I should have gotten a babysitter for the kids. Maybe Chris should have got off his shiftless ass so I could actually cook in peace. Maybe I shouldn't have let him rate the meal, or I should have edited it out because I'm too fucking stupid. Maybe I should have worn a cute apron or a outfit, or fixed my damn hair, or put on some lip gloss, or read the material. Any of these things to make you seem a little better prepared. We know Olivia was just kind of like all over the damn place. Olivia barely got sponsored posts, and if she did, she wasn't ordering the proper sizes. So we would see her do stuff, but we wouldn't see it again. I mean, if they had a 2X, they had a 3X. If they were selling big clothes, they had a 5X. Girl, you could get stuff that fits a little bit better and not look crazy out here. They want to sell clothes. They don't want to be the ridicule of the YouTube streets. They want people to see and do a call to action, like when I put up that sweatshirt on an outfit of the day, and hundreds of you clicked on that link and went and purchased it. That told Amazon, like, oh, okay. Okay, girl. When y'all went and bought those sunglasses, when you went and bought my reading glasses. Okay. Good morning, Taylor. How are you? Good morning, Beauty Behind the Braids. So that's my point, guys. At the end of the day, I mean, sometimes, and we've seen this in our regular jobs, sometimes we're at a point in our job and they're giving you additional work, and sometimes you might not be prepared. You may not have taken those stretch assignments. You may not have gotten any additional education. You may just feel like, oh shit, they asked me to do this. I don't know how to do this. That's when you get a colleague. That's when you start shadowing. That's when you let them know, hey, I'm not sure, I may need some additional support to get this done. Oh, well, what do you need? I may need a partner. I may need one of the coordinators to come help me. If your forte is not doing queries in maybe some of the I don't know, in Access or in any of the in kind of the data management systems that they might be using. If you are having to do a presentation and you've never done one before, there can just be things that will happen to you at work where you're just kind of like, oh shit. But that's when you get to Googling. That's when you get to Khan Academying. That's when you go to a colleague that you trust who is helpful and may want to be partner with you, that may want to give you some help and assistance. That's when you call a friend. That's when you do something rather than just sit there and fail. You have got to seek out help and resources, and you have got to continually grow. YouTube is not just hitting and going live and posting a video. YouTube is a business, and the larger that you become, and when you decide that you want to make money, you need to get your game up. And that's it. That's just like life. At the end of the day, if you're lucky, you are going to be in situations where people think and are going to ask more of you than you even thought of yourself. They're going to give you an opportunity to elevate. And it's up to you whether you decide to take the assignment or not. And if things are growing and increasing around you and you can't step your game up, that's oftentimes when we find that we have been stepped out. Those are times where your job has just kind of moved on without you. I've talked to you about 9-box ratings before. Trust and believe, if you work for a major corporation, you have been 9-boxed. And eventually, if you are someone that they feel is at potential, that you are at potential and well placed, basically, like they will classify you sometimes as if you are at potential, like that's what they see you doing. And if you are at or below, even if you are at potential and you are properly positioned, they don't want it, like you're basically going to either be encouraged up or encouraged out. They don't want companies that want people in a growth mode are not looking for people who are low performing at potential. If you are low performing or mediocre performing, you either need to step your game up. If you are low performing at and in a position that they feel is at your potential, you are probably on a coaching plan. You are probably on a performance improvement plan, and you are either being slowly prodded, and gently convinced to step up your game, or you are going to be out. If you are at potential and kind of middle of the road, you're like a banana peel, a side eye look away, a Karen conversation from a colleague to your boss away from that performance improvement plan. Like, you have got to always be ahead of the game, especially if you're someone out here who pays black tax, brown tax. Okay? Period. You just can't get away with it. So some of you who sit around who do a little less than or don't do as much as, and you're wondering why you were first on the list, not last in the last group to go, because in the first group to go, those are the people that were like, okay, we can live without them. And I shared this with you guys yesterday. At the company that I was with, we started doing layoffs in November, even before Rona. I worked for one of the largest global logistics companies, and supported corporate and headquarters. And we were in the process of splitting our company. So supporting corporate functions, yeah, corporate wasn't hiring because we had 6 different business units and everything was at a standstill, and the company was positioning itself to be sold. Okay. So Rona happened, shipping containers started being shipped less, or they were caught at, you know, at the port, you know, in China, in Africa, all over the globe, basically kind of shipping stopped. You know this because you'd go into Ross, and nothing was there. Go into Marshall's and nothing was there. Ordered some furniture. It took a year. All of that. And people started getting laid off in November, not December, because most decent companies won't fire you right before Christmas, but girl, right after January, they will let you go. So we had another RIF, is what we call it, in late January, February. Then Rona hit, everyone was sent home. They didn't do anything then. And then it was the 4th for the HR group. And I was rolled into that in April. So, you know, at the end of the day, and then there were additional people to get laid off. I mean, it was maybe one more after that, and they've held steady ever since, because like most teams, there are the revenue generators and there are the cost centers. I'm sure you guys hear that all the time. We are a profit center to this company. When you are in the departments that make money, like sales, if you are in manufacturing, you are a profit center because you are producing a product that makes the company money. If you are a cost center like human resources does nothing to make the company money. It costs the company money because they are a service provider to the company. So I know you guys have heard these before. So when you are in a cost center, you always run lean because the cost of doing business needs to be minimal. Okay. Like Walmart always says, save money, live better. Okay. Save money, more profits. Okay. They're not going to say it like that, but that's what they mean. Jasmine has exhausted her capabilities. Okay. Jasmine has exhausted her capabilities, and I don't know that she's incapable, because I don't know her potential, and I don't care to evaluate it. But what I'm going to say is this: she knows her potential. And if she doesn't want something like this happening to her again on the YouTube streets, girl, you got to do what? And that is step up your game. You need to read your contracts. You need to actually watch other YouTubers who are doing better than you. If you are sitting around watching some bullshit, if you want to watch reaction videos, watch mine, because I'm actually giving you some good advice on what the fuck to do. But if you want to sit around and watch yourself just be trashed, watch that, because those videos are funny too. But I would suspect if you're laughing at that, something's wrong with you. And I'm just going to say that straight up. If you don't have time during the day to watch anything and you want to watch reaction videos, watch some reactions of people who are actually giving you some sound advice and not just ripping your ass, okay? But even in the funny rip your ass videos, at the end of the day, there's always a takeaway. I just don't know that you're mature enough to hear it in the midst of the clowning. Okay. But your time would be better spent watching videos of people who are doing their damn thing on the YouTube streets because you are too sensitive and can't take it. I don't like to watch videos about me either. I'm not too sensitive, but I don't believe in wasting my time. And I don't believe in encouraging people to try to fuck me. There's only one who gets that. And I don't have to do videos to do that. Well, at least not those kind of videos. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking. We're too old. We're old, guys. We're old. We're too old over here for any of those kind of shenanigans. So that was a joke. But my point, you guys get my point. So, Jasmine, good job. Good job not doing your job. I hope that you will take away from this some encouragement to get up off your ass. If you're in the living room and my video comes on, yeah, keep that shit on. If something else comes on, yeah, you might want to go and find a good video with some women who are doing their damn thing, people who are making money. Watch, guys, there's a channel I really like. Watch Chrissy work. Forget about being up strong mommy Chrissy's butt. She's not thinking about you. Go watch this lady. She's a Jamaican lady. She is off the damn chain. I love her. I think she's fabulous. I think she kind of low-key looks like Rihanna. She's very cute. She's sweet. And she has a beautiful family. And she does well for herself. She takes no shit. Like any good West Indian woman does, right? We don't take that shit. Okay. Go watch Chrissy work. Okay. Go check her out. Tell her LX3 BougieGang up in this thing. Okay. Sent you. She's got a very nice mom channel. She is, I wouldn't even say she's fun and I like her. And she's got a nice husband. And I think their family's a little bit blended. I'm not sure of the complete makeup, but I watch her channels maybe once or twice a week. I haven't picked up on everything, but girl, if you want to start with something fabulous, start with all of the goodies that she bought for herself for her birthday. And, she's not just some rich bitch, but she's a chick who's making money on these YouTube streets. And she rewarded herself with some luxury purchases for her birthday, like any bad chick would do. I'm sure, and put some money in the bank too. Okay, for all of you who are saying, no, I would go buy some stock. Okay, go buy some stock. And for anyone who is real about enjoying the fruits of your labor and loving to have a nice trophy for, yeah, I did that, like I do. And there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, if you are, if spoiling yourself and enjoying the fruits of your labor kind of makes you feel away, yeah, don't go watch her, because she enjoys her money. She enjoys spending it, and you could tell she doesn't mind. So if you mind, yeah, you might not want to tune in over there, because being a hater is for probably part of the YouTube streets, not for you. So if you like to sit around and commiserate, don't have anything, and talk about people who do have something, and talk about all the things that you would do if you had it, but not doing anything to get it, girl, don't take any of my recommendations, because I don't watch that stuff. And if for some reason it seems like I'm promoting any of it, okay. Jasmine's channel is just a channel that is pretty darn fascinating, because there's so many teachable moments in here, and and that's that on that. But yeah, Jasmine has exceeded, and she has an opportunity for some growth, and I hope that for her, if she wants to continue in this hobby. Because Jasmine, last week you said you wanted to think of this as a hobby. When people are having you sign contracts, this is what I want to close this out with at this moment, guys. When your words and your actions don't match up, I said this last week. You are not aligned. She said she did not want YouTube to seem like a job. She was tired of, remember when YouTube used to be so fun? Remember when YouTube, I used to just think of it as a hobby. If you thought of YouTube as a hobby, what were you doing signing a contract? And if YouTube is a hobby for you, then this whole entire hour that I have spent trying to give you some enlightenment and awareness and the good people in the Bougie Gang, what we did was actually flip it for you, that this is your confirmation that YouTube is not a hobby. It is a business. And if you are going to take money from companies and people, they expect you to do what? Get up off your ass and do what you're supposed to do. And my live for Monday, and I posted this on my Instagram, if there is something in your way from doing and accomplishing what you want to do and what you have to do, understand that there is someone out here waiting on you to do that. And the sad part is that you might be disappointing yourself. That's one of the greatest disappointments that there is. Forget about disappointing your kids, your husband, the people. What any person with some modicum of pride and love for themselves, when you disappoint yourself, there's just no other disappointment than disappointing you. And if Jasmine wants to make money from YouTube, stop calling it a hobby, because it's not. It's a job. It's a business, and you need to treat it as such. Honey, it's not fun for her because she is lazy. She's not. Absolutely. I agree with that. Absolutely. You were supposed to treat YouTube like a business. If you treat it like a business, you would be successful. Absolutely. Period. So guys, yes. But I'm going to check out Sofa Time Talks with Kels. If you have not seen this video that we are referencing, it has been taken down. Jasmine, because she is not able to articulate properly, she made these people in her first moment think that maybe she was going to sick a lawyer on them, but clearly not. And if you are out there and you have been terrorizing Jasmine on these YouTube streets, understand she has brought back the storyline of legal action, Tooken. And in my opinion, just to sum it all up, I feel like she was dry begging for some school clothes money. Because I guarantee you in that live, somebody was probably like, you ought to do a registry for the school clothes, guys. Because I would love to send the twins some outfits. Okay. Anyway, guys, I love you so much. You guys are awesome. And I will see you guys tomorrow. That's not the one I wanted to play. Welcome back to Love, Lies, and Lace Fronts, where we do reactions, reviews, and commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. Guys, are you subscribed to this channel? If you're not, you need to be. Hit your notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a video, when I go live, and drop another video for you. Also, follow me on Instagram. That way you can keep up with what I'm doing, okay? If you enjoy channels like this and commentary, consider becoming a member. Otherwise, guys, BougieGang Gang, it's an open thing. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so you can participate in the chats. And I will see you next time I hit that live button. Okay? Take care. Bye.
start being on my page, bitch. Cause I ain't got nothing for you nothing ass bitches.
There's something in the air.
Guys, really quick, any of you who are still in here, welcome to all of the new members, all of the members. I really, really appreciate it. All of you guys who are still in here, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are the real ones because you didn't leave right away. You guys are awesome, you know. But yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. All of the new members, you guys are amazing. We are getting ready to hit a milestone again. And I'm not going to give out the number because there are tricks and trolls, and we don't tell our right hand what our left hand is doing, and you know what, that is Bible. So yeah, we don't do that. So but just know that numbers are increasing, and you guys are some baddies out here, and I don't care what anyone says. There was someone who was in my comments and she's like, grown women and classy women don't say bad bitches, and I'm thinking to myself, some of the ones that I know do, and maybe we just don't vibe like that, so that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't tell you how to be a bad bitch, and I didn't tell you how to be classy. You're not gonna tell me, okay? Because sometimes there are cultural differences, and I'm gonna say that as politically correct as I possibly can. So I'm not telling you that you're wrong for how you do your classy thing. Don't tell me how I need to do mine. Okay. So all of y'all have an awesome day. And just like my daughter said yesterday, if you guys watched the birthday video, she said, I have to paraphrase it, but she said something about being yourself. And you know what? Be your own unique self, because that is the best you. And if your best unique self is ratchet AF, trust me, there are people out here who are going to love the fuck out of your ratchet AF. I don't have to, and maybe I do. It just depends on what ratchet AF bitch you are. I don't know. But if I'm a low class wannabe bougie in your eyes, okay, do you think I care? Okay. So yeah, just some final words, guys. Give zero, okay? But give everything, because at the end of the day, you don't need to be out here holding back. Just be the you that you need to be, and the people that love you, the people that gravitate towards you, the people that vibe with you, yeah, they'll be there. And the ones that don't, thankfully they won't. Okay? I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.